Hey guys, it's your girl Tubby of the Nerdy Bird site, rocking with you live. Again, thanks to theantidote.com, bringing you another exclusive interview, Kicking the Real segment where we allow artists an opportunity to not only speak about the things that influence them directly, but what's going on around the world and what they think and feel about it.
What's up, guys? It's DJ Deaf, and I'm just happy to be here with Tubby and the Antidote. I'm just excited about, this and life, and,
It's all good.
I'm just excited, man.
We totally appreciate you for being here. We know that you're really busy and you have so much going on, so we're humbled by the opportunity to actually get to sit down and talk to you.
Thank you for having me.
I know that you're very opinionated in a lot of senses, so we want to just kind of pick your brain a little bit and let audiences know who you are outside of DJ Deaf, the turntable, the Globetrotter, the 94.1 rocker. Our first topic is a little bit heavy right now. Donald Trump and his campaign has allowed something to pass that I think a lot of people of color and a lot of people, period, are just uncomfortable with.
Yeah.
Looking at immigrants crossing the border and allowing their children to be taken from them. I'm not even sure where the parents are being held or what's happening to the guardians of these children, but right now in Texas there are 3 detention centers, is what they're calling them, that these kids are being housed in, and some of the pictures have actually been released and linked to social media, and they look like juvenile halls. You have kids sleeping on mattresses about this thick on the floor setting, almost like wallpaper style covers. They have prison guards and doctors on staff. What do you feel when you see these images and you understand that we don't live in a post-racial society or a world of equality and freedom as we preach being Americans?
When Donald Trump was elected, I think a lot of us were in shock. I think we can all agree that how did this happen?
Why?
Or why? But me, I'm just gonna try and be positive about this, because with him in office, it's exposed a lot. It's exposed a lot of hate. It's exposed a lot of love. It's exposed, some people that you thought were, you were cool with, you're not necessarily so cool with.
Exactly.
But when I see pictures like that, it's heartbreaking. It's terrible, because you don't ever want to see a child living in those kind of situations. That it's almost it's inhabitable. it's sad.
Right.
So I don't like it, but we go through things in order to get better.
Exactly.
And going through something like this with a president that some love and some hate.
Right.
So because that's true, it's going to only, I would hope that this would only bring us closer and stronger together. To no matter who you choose, let your voice be heard. But let it be heard in a positive sense, not as a, whatever you want to call it. So just be positive about it.
Right. And again, my thing too is history always repeats itself.
Yes.
When you look at the Holocaust and you look at slavery, America has never really had a problem with separating kids from their loved ones, but it's such a traumatic experience that embeds itself into the psyche, and it's passed down from generation to generation. And if you guys are tuned in a political sense, if you do pay attention to the laws, as of 2018, unless I've missed something, it's a misdemeanor to cross the border illegally. So with that understanding, and I'm not pushing the comparison because I want to see these things happen, but just to kind of understand the bias in it, for a Caucasian male to get pulled over and get a DWI and his 6-month-old is in the back seat. Is that not on the same scale here when we're talking misdemeanors?
Yeah, it's in putting myself in that kind of position. I've been pulled over, and I've been I've gone through some things with the police,
of course,
that and I'm not the only one. So when you've experienced things like that, you kind of understand both sides. And I have friends that are cops. I don't have a problem with any cops, but I know that some are dirty, and it's obvious. And there does need to be a lot better training. There does need to be, I think there needs to be some sanity tests going on or something.
Yeah,
but it's not equal.
Right.
It's not equal by any means.
That post-racial, as we like to assume.
Right. There are some things that some others may be able to get away with.
Right.
That I may not have the pleasure to do. So I work twice as hard? Or you have to.
Right.
Because the reality of it is that I just don't get the same treatment. And it's I hate to say it, but it's the truth.
And it is.
It's the truth.
And for you guys, like I said, we just briefly are touching on the topic because it is disheartening, and it's something that may not hit directly home for us at this moment. But if we don't stand up and do something about it as a nation, and we don't come together and change the perspectives and the things that's happening, it will eventually directly reflect not only who we are, but affect it as well. So make sure you tune in, do your research. There is a number that you can call right now to link in with your congressman, your city representatives, and support the Keep Families Together Act. Let them know that you are for keeping families together, because these people are just simply trying to come into our country to have a better life, and that's something that we preach and pursue. And on the means of it being fair, we can take our passport and go into Mexico, have fun, and then come home. But these people are trying to cross the border simply to be able to establish a home,
to have a better life.
That's
I've learned that a lot lately.
Right.
Is we go different places, traveling the world or seeing different countries, and they're so open. There's so many different beautiful people out there that are just open to us. Black, white, they're open to America, and then but you want them to be open to us too. But it's not necessarily always the people, it's the people in office.
It's the leadership.
So please stay in tune with your community, know what's going on, ask questions, get mad because you need to do these things.
Voice your
otherwise it's going to continue to be the same thing.
Yeah, you guys, again, make sure you do your research. If you're not up on what's going on around you in the national sense, in the political sense, make sure you tune in and get a feel for what's happening around you, because it's a representation of who you are as an American.
Right.
Now, we're going to come into something a little bit lighter. Y'all know I'm a ball player. I love rocking with any sport in a lot of cases. But right now, we're going to focus on the NBA, coming into draft time.
Okay.
First of all, do you have a favorite team or a favorite player?
I know I got a Yankees hat on right now, but Los Angeles Lakers.
All right.
Los Angeles, LA Lakers. Yes.
You said I got to rep for the home team.
I'm that guy.
It's cool. It's cool. So, looking at the draft, we have so many free agents. We have a lot of players that are trying to figure out contract-wise where they'll be coming into the new season. If you had to say that you wanted to see anybody with the Lakers, who would that be? I'm already knowing.
You already know the answer to this.
Let's go.
And I haven't even said anything. I'd love to see Lonzo Ball out.
Okay.
I would love to see LeBron there. I would love to see Paul George there.
Seriously?
I would love to see. I don't know. I'd love to see those two there.
All right. So for Alonzo Ball to kind of get his walking papers, hey, it was a good trial run for a rookie, you know what I'm saying? And for us to bring in LBJ, how do you think the transition for the Lakers would be?
Business is business.
I know, right?
And it's not your friends, it's your business. So that's how that would go. He can be heartbroken about it. I think that he did make history by foreseeing, or not necessarily foreseeing. I think his dad is just really good at marketing and getting out there.
Right.
But what has he done since, to elevate that? I mean, he's a loudmouth, but I don't think he's the face of the LA Lakers. Kuzma, I think that he has a better marketability than him. And
he plays really good ball. He's a good floor general, and I don't think enough people give him credit for his position and what he's able to bring to that team.
They don't give him a lot of credit because they're trying to make a face for somebody.
Right.
And, it's one of those things, too. It's don't try and be a musician and a ball player.
Right.
Like, be one and be good at it.
Focus on what you...
I'm not a ball player. I may look like I'm a ball player. I may have that build, but yeah, you know, my shot's a little off.
He said he only take his shots when the opportunities for DJ is concerned.
Exactly. But, you know, don't try and be a musician and then turn around and be a ball player.
Right.
Like, I mean, everybody's tried that.
You
Kobe, Shaq, you know, I think Allen Iverson, everybody's tried that. And then you see where that goes. You don't ever hear about it.
You have to pick one.
Pick one. And I don't think that he, you know, I just want to see him gone. Like,
we're gonna see what happens. Y'all know LeBron has properties in California.
Yep.
He might not have a problem with going and like, okay, let me go stay at my summer beach house for the season. We'll see what happens, you guys. Make sure you stay up on the NBA draft. I've had a lot of artists kind of debate, and look, they're pulling LeBron all over. We'll kind of see what happens. I'm excited to see how 2019 opens up for it. Again, I'm here for it. Y'all know I'm a LeBron fan. Wherever he goes, I just want to see how the transition comes out. But me personally, I wouldn't mind seeing him with the Pelicans, but you know, New Orleans probably, look, the New Orleans already don't sleep. Probably wouldn't sleep at all.
Man, the city would go crazy for something like that.
Like I said, city already doesn't sleep. I don't think. I think we'd be on like 48-hour hiatuses every couple
Where's
of days.
LeBron? Like, where's he at?
There he is. There he is. You know?
You're real. Like,
let me touch you. I think that's really cool as well, you guys. But again, tune in. Let us know what you think. Who do you like to see? Where would you like to see them coming into 2019? We want to hear from you. Now, our final topic, we're going to talk about building brands.
Okay.
I think it's important to have a brand no matter what it is that you're investing in or what it is you're trying to accomplish. So we don't have to necessarily speak from a DJ's perspective, but we could just talk in general. What do you think is lacking for a lot of people when they start looking into brands, and how do you think people should actually go about building their brand successfully?
You know, so with me, I'm involved with a few other things other than DJing. So I'm involved with real estate. I'm, you know, shirt, clothing, and stuff. So
you have
with Genesis brand,
you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah. So I think that when you put it all into one, and you know, really stand behind what it is that you want to do, have that purpose, have that passion for it, and build off of that, you know, and be your brand. Don't try and be somebody else's brand.
Exactly.
Be yourself and expand off of that. But you have to have a purpose and a real true meaning behind it. Otherwise, it's gonna be here today and gone tomorrow.
Right. And I think that is so important. Like he says, a lot of people come up with a brand just simply because it's what they're doing at the time.
Right.
And they don't take the opportunity to truly invest and really figure out what's going to work and what's going to stick. And it's a beautiful thing. And shout out to Genesis Clothing Line. I think they are doing a lot of collaboration with them. Make sure that you check it out. Make sure you support Black-owned business. It's so important for the elevation of our culture to make sure we keep revenuing dollars within our own communities, you guys. So big brands, little brands. If somebody walked up to you right now and they said, okay, I'm getting my brand off the ground, but I have no idea where to start. I have my logo. What do you say?
What are you trying to do?
Be great. You know, you get these really generic answers.
Yeah, you always get those, but you know, I think, well, you have to dial into one.
Right.
You have to dial into one thing, what it is that you want to do, and study it and perfect it. And you know, whether it's music, you know, business, restaurant, whatever it is, you have to know that business. And you have to know that brand, but you can pull from others, but then you still have to make it you.
Very much so. Very much so.
You absolutely have to make it you. And what I like to do now, instead of, you know, just having everything separated, I want everything under just one roof. So and that's what my brand is. My brand is don't ever accept failure. And whether it's real estate, blingo, anything, you know, DJing, all of it, it all falls under one roof. One house.
I think that's important too. A lot of people dabber in several different entrepreneurial areas, and people don't really know to affiliate you with your own brands. So I think that was a really good tidbit. Create something that's so commercial that you can have several tiers under that same brand, and it all just flows. Yeah,
you gotta make sure that it's, you want to not just what is it? you don't want to just focus on one consumer.
Right.
You don't want to do that. You want to make it to where you want everyone to buy it, and try and focus on ladies, because women are impulse buyers.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Let me
All
get
right,
that.
let me get it.
Because it's not going to be here when I come
exactly.
back.
So, and don't try and bust people over the head with prices on anything. Just you got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
Then gradually
build
expand and build it. Because if I look at someone and they're like, okay, well, yeah, I'm selling XYZ, and I'm like, all right, how much is it? It's $75. I'm like, why is it $75?
Why should I give you that?
What makes me want this for $75? Or how is this going to, other than support you and build your pocket, what else is this going to do?
Right.
Does it mean anything? What's the story behind it? Have a background, have a story, have something that somebody can resonate with and be like, I can connect with this, so that's why I want.
Right. Now, I think that's important, you guys. Brand building, you can get out there, you can have an idea, you can create business plans, but if you don't have the full steam ahead behind your brand, making it something that's going to be lasting, it's only going to be temporary.
Right.
So DJ Deaf has kind of laid out some very good tidbits for you guys. Make sure when you are building your brand, when you're looking to incorporate different things for your brand, that you do the research, that you understand the market, that you understand your consumers, and that you work really hard to be a reasonable brand. Don't try to do what these people that have been doing this for 30 years and are charging $300 for when you're just getting started. Make sure that the quality meets the consumer's ability to support.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying cut yourself short, but be realistic.
It doesn't happen overnight. It does not happen overnight.
Not at all. Some people 10 days, some people 10 years, some people 10 minutes. It just depends on the timing and how you shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot.
All right, now before we get ready to wrap up, we always play a little game of word association.
Okay.
Basically what happens is, and we've been doing it for about a year or so now, and everybody seems to like it. We call out different venues, places, people, artists, things, whatever, and you get a few seconds to kind of let us know in either a word or a phrase how you feel about them or what you think about them.
Okay.
All right, you want to play?
Let's do it.
All right, so cool, DJ Super Mike.
My man.
Howlin' Wolf.
Never really been.
City Bar.
Special place in my heart.
TheAntidote.com.
Love it.
California.
West Coast.
Dry Prong.
Home.
Baton Rouge.
Home.
Trill Family.
Ratchet.
Lil Wayne.
Crazy.
Punk rock.
I don't know.
House of Blues.
Beautiful.
TheAntidote.com.
Beautiful.
The Harlem Globetrotters.
Amazing.
LeBron James.
Cool.
Southern University.
Love it.
LSU.
Love it.
Donald Trump.
Prayer. Pray for us.
Pray, help
we
us.
all need prayer.
Get out.
We all need prayer.
And last but not least, DJ Deaf, the man.
Don't ever accept failure.
There you have it, guys. Given an opportunity to pick his brain, get to know how he feels about real topics, giving you a little bit of insight on the things you can do to better your own brands and businesses. You got it first right here in exclusive, thanks to theantidote.com. We humbly appreciate you coming to join us. Yeah. We hope so much more success on your journey with DJing and all of your other business aspects and ventures. You guys, it's your girl Tubby of the Nerdy Bird Site, and we are tuning out. You rock, man.